I have done a Stickman with football animation in 10 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 10 hours. Let's kick the ball. Here we begin. I could draw 2 frames, which is a greater achievement than last time. Does this look like kicking the ball? Maybe. I was determined to include the one principle of animation here, which is anticipation. However, the anticipation was only for 1 frame. That was the only difference here. Out of 1 minute, 10 to 15 seconds were spent navigating through the tools. So technically, we had only 45 seconds in hand. In the last few seconds, I tried to color the ball, but I messed up, so I kept it as it was. Slightly improved than last time. Not bad, I guess. I made a black base here and went straight to draw the black Stickman, which I didn't like. So I changed his color to red. I wanted to show that red stabilizes the falling ball and then kicks it. But time was passing very quickly as I was drawing the red Stickman. This made me dump the idea of a falling ball. I finished the Stickman's whole action and then added the head. Last, I added the ball and finished the animation. Looks pretty good, but I don't know what kind of ball that is. Could you tell? As I had 1 hour in hand, I thought I should work on a background a bit. I was adding the grass strokes, which I thought were looking awesome, but that turned out to be a waste of time. First, I only wanted to draw a green lawn and a blue sky, so I started to add small grass. But then I thought, let's add the wooden compound, which could add value in the background. But after drawing the compound, I realized the grass looked odd, so I had to redraw the grass. For animation, I decided to use a yellow Stickman because the red Stickman was just merging into the background. I decided to animate a bicycle kick, few juggles, and then a bicycle kick. While drawing the football called the soccer ball in the United States, I didn't look at the design of the classic black and white football. I just went randomly. After adding the ball, I decided to make the grass damp with water. For that effect, I added the water effect. I added the sound and the animation was ready. For this animation, I decided to create an animated background. I was thinking about backgrounds like street or stadium, but I came up with the thought, why not beach? Initially, I failed to achieve the beach background, but then I changed the dimensions of the background, and it fitted perfectly. The important thing here was animating the sea waves. I used a crayon brush for the waves. I kept the beach background simple, because more details would result in more time to animate the background. Because of this, I completed the beach animation in 1 hour and 32 minutes. For Stickman animation, I decided there would be 2 Stickmen here juggling and passing the ball to each other. On the left side, I started to draw a black Stickman receiving the ball. Then I started to draw a red Stickman on the right side. The difficult task here was to set the timing of these 2 perfectly. I decided that black would pass the ball with a different kick. Then red will receive the ball and again kick it on the black Stickman's face, resulting in the falling of the black Stickman. So the black's kick was hard to animate because the kick should look good and not like a glitching Stickman. I drew the in-between frames while considering the animation principles like slow in and out, anticipation, and staging. Honestly, this kick stressed me out. You will see that I go back to that kick repeatedly while drawing other things. I placed the head first because Red Stickman used his head to head the ball at the start. Placing the head was a less complicated thing. This animation wasn't smooth sailing like the previous animation. While adding the head, I had to draw in between frames, and while drawing the body, I had to go back again to a frame that looked odd. I completed 5 hours, and my basic concept was clear. I started to finish the in-between frames, so I could move on to the task of adding the football or soccer ball. I used the same classic ball here, which is black and white. While drawing the ball, I realized it was a mixture of pentagon and hexagon. After drawing the ball, I started to add that ball in each frame. I added the ball, but then I realized it looked too fast. I didn't have time in my hand to draw the frames again, because some things needed to be done before touching that 10-hour mark. So, I dropped the frame rate to 20 FPS from 24 FPS. After that, I thought I must add something different in the end, so I added a climax here, which was never in my thoughts until I hit the 7.5-hour mark. I went for it and completed the last scene by adding frames, a ball, and a head for both of the Stickmans. To give our animation some effect, I started to add shadows of the Stickmans. That actually improved the scene. Adding shadow was easier, but it took about 50 minutes. From that 50 minutes, about 20 minutes were spent on fixing the timing of the ball, which was a difficult thing to achieve. In the last half an hour, I added rotation of the ball, which was necessary in this animation. The rotation of the ball gave a more realistic touch. In the last few minutes, I adjusted some tiny things and completed the animation with an animated background. Thanks for watching.